Here are 5 mistakes to avoid when applying for the fire department. And number 5 is an absolute banger. So let's get right into this. Here we go. Number 1, incompleteness of your application or not thoroughly reading through all of the instructions. When I was applying consistently for multiple departments, I can't tell you how many times the guys I was applying with would be like, they didn't accept my application, and then later on be like, damn, I didn't know they wanted 10 years of work history, or damn, I didn't realize they wanted reasons for gaps in my work history. And those are just 2 examples, but make sure you're reading all of the instructions to the application and make sure that your application is 100% complete before you submit. And all of that kind of ties into number 2, which is lying about or incorrect information on your application. Here's the thing. We don't want to work with liars. If you didn't see my video on morals versus experience, I suggest you go check it out because I literally make it very clear on what we think about guys who cheat the system. So I'm going to make this real simple. Just don't do it. And make sure that the information on your application is correct, like I talked about, because I have actually been eliminated during the application phase for having the wrong dates that I worked at a company. Who'd have thought? And that brings us to number 3, which is missing deadlines. This is probably the next biggest disqualifier, and it's when guys don't submit things on time like it's specified in the instructions. Usually it's a cert or a test score that they want by a certain day or time, and or guys just completely miss the application deadline. So make sure you're taking care of business and get your stuff in within the time limits like it's specified. Number 4, not being qualified for the position you're applying for. I've talked about this before, so make sure you meet the minimum requirements. If it says due at time of application, you need to have the cert in hand at the time of your application. Not in the process, not coming in the mail in a week, at the time of application. The other circumstance is at the time of hire, or within a set number of months after being hired, which means you can apply without it, but expect to get it before the deadline, or you're going to be out of a job. And last but not least, number 5. Now, this one can be seen as an inability to follow directions, and the department can absolutely reject your application just because you thought you were going to be sly or sneaky and get some extra fluff into making yourself look better. The mistake I'm talking about here is submitting more certifications than what they've requested. For instance, they ask you for your EMS cert, your Fire 1 cert, and your high school diploma. And you submit all of those, plus your Fire 2 and your ICS certs and your Hazmat Ops and Awareness and a bunch of other trainings and certs that you have. And like I said, they can say, that's not what we asked for, and disqualify you. And I know what you're thinking here. Matt, they're definitely not going to do that, right? They absolutely could. So if they receive the amount of applications that they anticipated or over, or they hit the mark that they want and they need to start disqualifying people to thin the herd, they can absolutely start nitpicking those things. So make sure you're not part of that group and make sure your application is on point. And one more thing while we're still on this subject. If it says submit all relevant certifications in addition to, by all means, have a heyday. Submit all your trainings. But if they don't ask for it, don't include extra fluff. You're just setting yourself up for failure. I hope this helps. My name's Matt, and I make the hiring process easy. If you need additional help with oral boards or any other part of the hiring process, then check out the link in my bio or head on over to my website, questforthebadge.com. I have a ton of free content as well as an entire course to help you through the oral boards. So as always, guys, good luck. Damn it, I forgot the follow button. Just push the follow button for me. Thanks.